Apologies if I've already talked about this topic before on the channel. I've got the feeling that I've already talked about this topic in another video, but this has popped up again in the news recently, so it does give me the opportunity to talk about this topic again if I've already talked about this topic before on the channel. So pretty much a Japanese Twitter user has leaked some images from Nintendo's 2019 corporate handbook. It's not really meant for us, it's really meant for employees of Nintendo or people looking to get into Nintendo to work for Nintendo. But pretty much what is interesting about these leaked images is that there was a Splatoon 2 one that appears to show some new content coming to the game or some scrapped content. This is related to Salmon Run. The image appears to show some Grisco weapons not in the game at the moment. There is a Grisco Polisher sort of weapon. The first one definitely does look interesting. It doesn't really look like any of the other weapon classes in the game. The one on the right looks like a Grisco Splatling, and the bottom one looks to be a Grisco sort of ink brush variant. I'm not really sure what this possibly means, whether we could actually be getting new Grisco weapons. Currently in the game we have the Grisco Blaster, the Grisco Brella, the Grisco Charger and the Grisco Slosher, so it would be really cool if we did get more Grisco weapons to represent all of the other weapon classes in the game, like the Splatlings and the ink brushes. I think it would be really cool if Salmon Run got this sort of new content. It would definitely make me play Salmon Run again. I would definitely love to see new Grisco weapons come out, and yeah, that Grisco sort of Polisher sort of weapon, it definitely does look really cool. It would be really interesting to see how that weapon plays out. But yeah, I'm not really sure whether this image is leaking new Salmon Run content or whether it is just showing off scrapped Splatoon 2 content, and for whatever reason Nintendo decided against adding in all of these Grisco weapons. But yeah, let me know your thoughts about this in the comment section below. What do you think this image could possibly mean? Do you think we could possibly get new Grisco weapons? Sheldon's picks were supposed to be the final lot of weapons we got for the game, so I would imagine it will count against us getting all of those weapons shown in that image. I'm not even sure if these sort of weapons have been found in the files of the game, so yeah, because these haven't been found in the game yet, who knows, maybe at the end of the month when we do get another update, or in May when we do get the next balance update, maybe these files for all of these Grisco weapons, maybe they will be added to the game, which would suggest that we will be getting new Grisco weapons for Splatoon 2 at some point in the future. But because that hasn't happened yet, I am just leaning towards this being scrapped Splatoon 2 content, and we unfortunately will not see new Grisco weapons added to Splatoon 2. But yeah, it would be really cool if this was our first look at new Salmon Run content coming to the game. It would be really cool if this did turn out to happen, but yeah, it is definitely up in the air at the moment. Maybe Nintendo played around with these ideas and maybe they just didn't work in the game. Maybe the gameplay was seriously affected when they did add in these Grisco weapons. Maybe we will never see new Grisco weapons added to the game. But let me know your thoughts about this in the comment section below. Either way, even if it is new content or scrapped content, it does show that at some point in the past Nintendo were thinking about more Grisco weapons for Splatoon 2. Like what I said before, I would love to see that Grisco Polisher sort of weapon added to the game. I'd just love to see how that plays out, and yeah, it would get me to play Salmon Run more than once a month just to get the Salmon Run gear for that month. Let me know in the comment section below whether more Grisco weapons would get you to play Salmon Run on a regular basis, or maybe you guys play Salmon Run on a regular basis, but I'm sure you guys would agree new Grisco weapons, they would help to keep that game mode a little bit more fresh. Let's move on to the next topic now. Splatoon phone cases are now available in My Nintendo Europe. These phone cases are based on the phone cases that Inklings use in the actual game itself, and yeah, these phone cases, these were previously available in Japan only. These were released in 2018. These phone cases only support the iPhone 8, the iPhone 7, the iPhone 6s and the iPhone 6. Unfortunately, there is no Samsung support. There is no Octoling versions either. They are just based on the Inkling phone cases, and unfortunately these are not available in the UK, and they do cost quite a bit as well. They do cost €30, which is far too expensive for a phone case in my opinion. This is just way too expensive. But yeah, these phone cases are not available for My Nintendo Europe, but yeah, unfortunately because I'm in the UK, I can't get these phone cases. To be honest, at that price I don't think I would buy these phone cases, but it's still pretty cool that Nintendo actually turned these phone cases into actual merchandise that we can buy. It's pretty cool that these were previously Japanese exclusive merchandise, but now they are coming over to Europe. Hopefully they will come over to the UK and America as well. Moving on to topics that did pop up in the news soon after my last news roundup video. Basically, Koro, they released a trailer for their Mecha gear, which is a Japanese exclusive gear. This is the gear that 12,000 people, they entered a competition to design a Splatoon 2 gear, which of course is now being added to the game, and yeah, it is the Mecha gear. So yeah, that trailer definitely did look really cool. I've talked about this gear many times on the channel. You guys know my feelings towards it. The next Shifty Station stage has been leaked on YouTube. You can easily find it if you want to search for that sort of thing. I unfortunately will not be able to feature any of that leaked footage on this video due to Nintendo and YouTube's new rules. Basically, Nintendo, they have been blocking videos that do show off hacked content or leaked content. They have blocked those videos from being viewable worldwide. So for the sake of this video, I will not be including any of that footage, but you can easily find that Shifty Station stage if you do want to find that sort of stuff on YouTube. Splatoon 2 has sold over 3 million units in Japan only, but it is now not the biggest selling Switch game in Japan. It has been surpassed by Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I guess it was always going to happen, so to speak. Smash Bros. Is a much more established franchise, especially in Japan. I do believe it has always been quite popular in Japan, but I still feel like it is really impressive for Splatoon 2 to sell over 3 million units in Japan only. I do believe the total is around about 8 million units worldwide. So yes, Splatoon 2, it has been really successful for Nintendo. I guess Nintendo are trying to eke out a little bit more sales for the game, just because there is a sort of sale going on in the eShop where you can buy Splatoon 2 plus a year of the Switch online for around about $68. So yeah, Nintendo are trying to attract more and more people to the game. I guess that special demo we had recently is just another example of Nintendo trying to get as much sales out of Splatoon 2 as possible. So yeah, that is it for this video, and yeah, we'll see you in another video soon, hopefully.